Hi everyone, Equal here. Today's Curse of Strahd episode is a little bit different in that it's split into two parts. The first part is going to be with Gundrick and Gar, and the second part is going to be with Tia, Roderick, and Malin. Because of this, there's no real intro for today, so I'm going to tell you right now, personally. As for announcements, follow us on all the socials. That's Discord, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. Links to those are in the Twitch chat if you type in exclamation mark and then the social of your choice. So if you want to join the Discord, you can type in exclamation mark Discord, and the Twitch chat will provide you a link to the Discord server. And if you aren't in the Twitch chat right now and you're watching on YouTube, you can go to the description and you can find all the social links there. Please do join the Discord server, because that's where you can talk to us about the game or anything else when we're not live on Twitch. Apart from that, Pathfinder Session 4, that's the last session of the little campaign that we're doing, ran by Tommy Taco. That'll be live on YouTube on Sunday. And then that's it. No more Pathfinder after that, I think. But that's everything. So, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoy. And let's get into the game. So with you two, where we left off, Gar and Gundrick had just met and made fast friends while they set off into the woods to hunt for Arabelle, who Gundrick you know as one of the two leaders of the Vistani camp that's located outside of Vallaki. It's his daughter. As you went up, encountering some Vistani bandits along the way, who didn't seem particularly interested in you, other than to kind of say that they didn't believe in your abilities to locate the missing girl. You continued northward, eventually finding yourselves on the shore of a large, pristine lake. The closer that you got to the lake, Gar, you began to hear voices in your head, a familiar voice, calling from the entity that speaks to you. And as you were looking out into the water, you saw a singular boat with a man perched inside. Appearing to be fishing, you called out to him, and nothing seemed out of the ordinary, until you decided to start going towards him, at which point you noticed that he dumped a very large sack off the side of the boat, and fearing that what was inside it may be the girl that you were searching for, you athletically pushed towards his craft, hoping to retrieve the girl before she drowned. But the entity that speaks to you, Gar, had different plans. As you jumped off, and instead of focusing on that sack, you instead essentially sank straight to the bottom of the lake, to find yourself down there in the pitch black, locating a twisted, branch-like but metal-bladed scythe. Meanwhile, Gundrick, you went and retrieved the sack, pulling it up onto the rowboat that was already out there, opening it up, and indeed finding the girl that you were searching for, Arabelle. Arming her with a hand axe, this little, probably 9-year-old girl with a hand axe, inside the boat with her captor. You then jumped back out and swam down to the bottom of the lake. And with the assistance of your babushka, you helped to locate Gar, which was not too difficult. Because as you were going to search for him, you watched as he, new weapon in hand, the blade of that scythe began to alight in this vibrant green flame, and as it did so, you saw a number of fish-man hybrids that were swimming around as they attempted to drown both of you, to hold you under the water. Fighting them off, although barely, Gar managed to escape and rise somewhat to the surface before falling unconscious, at which point, Gundrick, you did all that you could to fight your mer person off, and essentially swam straight up to catch Gar, breaching the surface, and stabilized him to the best of your knowledge. And that's where we left off. So, Gundrick, you have the large Loxodon head of Garfantis cradled in your arms, keeping the trunk and mouth above the water. And as you look around, you see the rowboat that is currently housing Arabelle. She's still sitting there, hand axe pointed forward, and the guy who I don't believe you got his name. He's kind of just sitting off on the edge of it, kind of hands up, lazily blinking one eye and then the other, not quite in tandem. And aside from that, the lake is still. What do you want to do?
All right. So he would look to Arabelle and say, just kind of try to direct her. Here, grab his trunk. I'll try to lift him up on the boat.
Oh, she's maybe 20 feet away from you.
Oh, she's still a little bit away. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah, because I think when I came up, I'd like wave for her to like try to bring the boat over.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, Arabelle, here, the boat's over here, please.
She kind of looks around for an oar, and she kind of finds one and picks it up with one hand and has the hand axe in the other. And she's a young girl. She's probably not the strongest, so she kind of thinks for a second and then sits down and puts the hatchet right in front of her between her legs and begins slowly trying to row the boat towards you. She's not strong. It's taking her a minute.
Gotcha. I guess while she's doing that, can I try to like almost like doggy paddle with like my legs in one arm while I got Garfantis in the other arm?
Yeah, you're going to make an athletics check with disadvantage here because you are heavily armored and holding a, 400-pound Loxodon?
Oh, well over 400. Oh yeah, no, 426.
All right.
I forgot they don't weigh that much.
Man, it always throws me off that these are actually in alphabetical order, and I was about to totally lie. All right, so disadvantage is 10.
A 10. Yeah, you are struggling to keep both of you afloat right now as you're kind of bobbing there. Your head keeps slowly going under the water, and you are swallowing large amounts of it.
Anytime, and Arabelle.
Yeah, she's getting like she's maybe 10 feet away now. She's rowing a whole like two-person rowboat with another grown man in it. It's not going well. Give me another athletics check to see if you can maintain yourself by the time that she gets there.
Gotcha. Is this one also disadvantaged?
Yeah, I know I know you're in the water, but it's so much weight that it's very difficult.
Ooh, that is a natural 1 for a total of 7.
Nice.
Bloop, 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 bloop. You both begin to sink.
Oh boy. All right. Yeah, I mean, I guess you would just try to swim back up with him how he brought him up before.
Yeah.
Oh, so also the man is in the boat with Arabelle.
Yes, he's still in there.
Oh, okay. I thought he was in his own boat. Never mind. Okay, yeah, so I'll try to swim back up to the surface. Maybe she'll stick an oar down and I can grab that.
Yeah, you're a pretty strong individual, so you're not sinking at a rapid rate. Let me just give her a check. And she did roll pretty well. Yeah, you begin to descend maybe 5 feet down before you see the wide end of the oar breach under the surface. It's a little out of your reach. Just give me a general dex check to see if you can hold on to it. Because you have to like stretch yourself out and grab it.
Okay. Ugh, that's a 7.
7. Yeah, you are sinking further and further, and at this point, you are going to have to consider whether you want to drop Gar or not.
Get your new character killed, man.
No, you can't let this kind stranger die. I need to channel my inner Pathfinder rolls right now. I was doing so well the other night. Yeah, geez. I'm trying to think. I don't think my Babushka can like grapple or anything like that. I don't think so. I think she can just do like attacks of opportunity and things like that.
Do me a favor, Baka. Uh,
Yeah.
every turn that you spend underwater when you're unconscious, that puts you down a death
I
save?
think it puts me back into death saves, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to say that you descending the 10 feet, that's one round, so now you're back on death saves.
Okay.
Ooh. All right.
Let me know when to roll them.
He's gonna try. He's gonna try. What do I gotta do? Swim back up.
So this will be your last athletics check to see if you can breach again. If you fail this, you're sinking. So give me another athletics at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Come on. No. Oh, one was so good, but one was not great. So 5 plus 6, 11.
11. I would have set the DC for this at 12. You are not, with all of your heavy armor and the massive ally that you are now holding up by yourself, you are not making any headway up.
Ooh. Oh. Oh no, that would take way too much time. Okay. Wait, do I? Can I like quickly tie or try to tie some of my rope around one of his shoulders?
Yeah. Roll a... Oh man. This is for sure a whole turn. So roll for me a sleight of hand check because you're trying to do this real quick and smooth.
Oh. Dex. All right, let's see here. Okay, so that's a 15.
Okay, yeah. You begin tying up one of the shoulders, and by the end of this turn, you have it taut on him, but the rope is still not attached to you anyway. Gotta make a death save.
Outside the one I just sent you.
I didn't know that you sent me one.
Yeah, I just pre-rolled one because I figured that would be the turn. So.
It's at the start of your turn, right?
Start your turn, you roll. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, do another one.
Another one. Okay.
And then what are you doing, Gundrick?
Okay, so after he ties that, there's 50 feet of rope, so he's gonna let go of Gar, but like allow the slack to keep slipping while he holds on to like the end, like just kind of like quickly, like just loops it around his arm a couple times, and like tries to swim up, now having the slack and not lifting Gar because Gar should be sinking, and
Sure.
just hanging on the edge of the rope to get to the boat.
Yeah, you breach no problem.
All right. And so he's gonna climb onto the boat as quickly as he can, hoping that Gar hasn't sunk far enough to immediately yank him back down.
Okay, so that's your whole turn to come out, breach, climb on the boat. Great. So, start of this next turn, do another one, Gar. And what are you doing, Gundrick?
So Gundrick will kind of try to keep an eye on that guy, make sure he's not trying anything, but like kind of like put like both of his feet kind of on the opposite, or like the end that Gar would be on. He'd put his feet on there and kind of like lean back and start pulling the rope up while like putting his weight on the other side of the boat to try not to like tip people over.
Okay, make a straight roll. You are attempting to drag him about 20 feet. Because it's in water, his weight is halved. So this is physically possible for you to do.
Cool. All right. So straight check. Let's see.
They wouldn't normally because you're a dwarf and you have 25 feet of movement. But this time
And
it
so
is.
this is just a regular D20,
Yeah,
no
just
athletics
regular.
or anything.
It's an athletics, yeah, but it's not at disadvantage.
Okay.
It's just a straight roll.
Gotcha. I still didn't do great. So that's a 12.
A 12. It's interesting. As you're pulling, he's coming up a little bit, but the boat is kind of moving towards him as well. Like you don't have the footage here to yank him all the way up. He's making a little bit of progress. He's maybe 10 feet under now. But he's just out of your reach.
Oh my god. All right. Yeah,
All right.
he'll keep pulling.
Gar, this is your last save. You can say it out loud if you want.
It's a natural 20.
Oh!
I want to
hate
tell you,
you.
Meyore, my first roll was a nat 1.
Oh!
So I was coasting that
I
whole time.
can't kill him. I just physically can't do it.
Are you sure you're not a half orc?
On a nat
So
20,
I'm at 1 HP, baby.
on a nat 20, you wake up, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
1 HP.
swim towards the surface because it's the start of my turn. So
Yeah, you
I can
do.
move.
All of a sudden, Gundrick, as you're pulling up, Gar just breaches, ragefully looking around. This is like the 6th time. Dude, you've got like 3 levels of exhaustion at this
Unconscious
point.
so many times. I've got head trauma for sure.
Yeah, he's not the same after today at all.
I have 8 maximum HP. I'm at 1. I've been unconscious probably 10 times this whole campaign.
Do me a favor, Gar. Just roll an intelligence check, just a straight up.
For sure. Not bad actually, but I think I have -1. Yeah, so 9.
Okay, it's a 9.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, as you're breaching, you don't even remember where you are or what you're doing.
What's going on here?
Oh, big fellow, you took a bit of a swim. I almost lost you there.
Oh, sorry. It took me a second. I didn't recognize you at first, friend.
Oh, yes, I forgot. You're not trusting friends right now. Acquaintance. But we rescued the little girl. And you?
Good.
What is your name?
Gar?
Oh, not you. This fellow who threw her in the lake.
He's kind of like looking at Gar. He's not even responding to you. He's kind of just confused looking at him because Gar hadn't approached the boat before.
Gotcha. All right. Well, if he's not very responsive, God, hopefully you can get back in the boat, okay? But you, I forget. Oh, I don't have manacles. That's a different character. Oh, actually, God, can you take that rope off your arm?
Yeah, take it off. And how close is the other boat? Because I don't want to flip the one there all in trying to climb into it.
Yeah, the other boat is like probably 40 feet away.
Okay, take it off. I'm going to try and get in the other one so I don't put you all in the lake.
Oh, yes, very, very smart. You! And he's gonna take the rope from Gar and, I mean, he's gonna start manhandling this dude to tie him up. I don't know if he's resistant or not.
Barely at all. He's like, hey, what are you doing, Louis? And you're just holding his hands there and tying him up.
You need to answer to some people. And then, I guess, he would, like, turn back to Arabelle and say, you did a very good job. Thank you. I think you may have saved his life down there. Thank you for getting the boat over here.
Oh. Well, it was not easy for me to do, but, well, I'm happy to assist those who have helped me. And it's weird. You're talking to her and she's very clearly a child, but she's talking very, like, adult. She composes herself very well. She's quite intelligent, clearly.
Well, if there was any child I had to save, I'm glad it was you, because you saved us in the end. Now here, put on my axe. I don't think you'd need it anymore.
Yes, of course, here. And she gives it back. And, if I may ask you, what is your name?
Oh, my name is Gundrick, and the large, elephant man over there, he's known as Gar.
I see. Gundrick and Gar. I will make sure that my father properly compensates both of you for this, this good deed that you have done for me today.
Well, that is no problem. He's actually the one who hired me to look for you, so just doing my job. Here, if you want to sit over there, I'll start rowing to catch up with our friend. And don't worry, I'll keep between you and that fellow. If you don't mind me asking, how did you come across him? Why was he dumping you in the river? Or in the lake?
He was watching me, but, well, the group of people who are heavily intertwined with my father and his brother they enjoy to party at night, And I suppose that they were just a little too intoxicated for their job. So, while they were watching me, he simply came along and took me, mumbled something about an offering to the lake or something. He wanted fish. He hasn't been able to fish, and he needs money for wine. And you look over at the guy who kind of like is perking up. He's like, "Yeah, I just wanted some fish for wine. The Blue Water Inn, he does not have any wine recently. I don't know why."
And you thought it would be acceptable to kidnap a young girl and drown her in the lake as an offering?
I just wanted some wine.
Oh, you are hopeless. And I guess Gundrick would just kind of like be glaring at him as he rows over to Dagar's boat as he swims over.
Yeah, he's super drunk, and like beyond that, certain people here in Barovia are more expressive than others, and you can kind of pinpoint them out. You've been here long enough to the point where you can see the difference. Certain people are just more full of life than others. This guy, nothing at all.
Gotcha. All right. Does Gar make it safely to his boat?
Yeah, I mean the guy in your boat is not offering any resistance at all. He's just going with it.
All right. Yeah, I just have him tied up in the front and keeping him there. I guess when I got to Gar, I'd say, Gar, that river we crossed earlier, I was thinking possibly we could take it a little down south to get to the camp that I spoke with her father at and deliver Arabelle home.
Might be safer travel, yeah.
All right. Well, I guess if you want to follow me, start rowing.
Yeah, you guys very safely row back to the shore. Garfantis,
Yes.
make a perception check for me.
Oh boy. Is it for smell?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not
do it for
physically smelling, so I'll say no. 6.
6. Cool.
Row
You
to the
guys
river.
make it down to shore.
Yeah, we're going towards the river that's coming out of the lake, right?
Oh, you're
ride that
going
down to the camp.
You're going down the river.
Down the river bend.
Down the river.
Just around down.
Yeah, because it's like in the general direction, right? Kinda.
I don't know. I'm not on that map.
Or at least,
I was taking your word for it.
because we also go around town, avoiding town.
I'm trying to find. There's the map right there. I gotta drag you guys over to it. Nope, that's the wrong one. It's this one.
Oh,
Faerun.
hi, Faerun.
So we were in that bigger lake.
Yeah,
that
so you want to go
goes-
down this river.
Yeah, because that's the camp there, isn't it?
No, the camp is kind of here.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
it's still
I mean,
it's still
that's
close.
Like
That's
we
not bad.
like go down, hop off around here, and go into the camp.
Sure. Okay. So you'd have to go by that bridge. Let me.
Uh-oh.
Is there a troll under the bridge? Is it too short to go under?
No, I just have to give you guys a description of the bridge, right?
Okay.
That's what it is. I didn't expect you guys to go down this way, so we're back to where is it? It'll be here. Here we are. Okay, it's essentially just
a bridge.
yeah, it's just a bridge. There's a
Good description,
crossroads.
thank you.
There's a crossroads off to as you come down on the right, and there's a signpost there. But it's just a bridge. I thought it was more than that, but it's just a bridge.
All right.
Never
Hey,
mind.
all you need is just a bridge for this little creek that we just walked across. Awesome. So, would I like, have a good enough idea of where I like left previously on just how to get to the camp from here?
Yeah,
Like kind of where to push off.
you can almost see it as like you approach the bridge and start hopping off of the boats and jumping back onto the road there. You can pretty much see it down off to the side where the road comes off because you can see Vallaki.
Gotcha.
So it's not too bad.
Sweet. Yeah. So, I would just be, because I like got him tied up with that rope, and I'll just be kind of carrying the other end, dragging him along. Hopefully, he's walking cooperatively enough instead of literally dragging.
He's definitely swaying as he goes and stumbling around, but he's going as he does.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah. So I guess we would start making our way to camp, and avoid town.
Sure.
Because I know Guard mentioned that earlier.
Yeah. As you go through and coming in between the like encroaching woods on either side, go make me another perception check.
A little bit better. 13.
13. Yeah. You are feeling kind of just the breeze around you, which is nothing too out of the ordinary, but you kind of feel it as you're paying attention to it absent-mindedly. You kind of just shift, and it just kind of blows off into one direction to the northeast. You kind of look over that way. It kind of goes like past Vallaki back over to the lake, and just in the like on the back of your neck, it's almost like you get slight goosebumps, like there's something in that direction for you, which is weird because you were just over that direction and there was a voice calling you, but now that voice is not calling you. You just have a feeling that there's something else out there.
Sorry, I just had the thought of like breaking into Disney song because the breeze telling you where to go and something out there for you.
It's not
Yeah,
verbal, but yeah, Gar is a
Yeah,
Disney
no.
princess. Yeah, of course, of course he is.
It was like something I would set up, something like that. But yeah, he'll like keep that in his thoughts. Like that's weird, but we gotta get this girl home. And like he's keeping track of that specifically.
Yeah, you guys continue along the road, and you're getting closer to Vallaki. At this point, the sun is kind of setting in the area. You've been out for a while. In fact, I'd say it's almost nighttime. But you digress onwards, and maybe it's 120 to 200 feet before you hit the town. You kind of veer off to the right towards a downward road, going off to a familiar location to you, Gundrek. You know exactly where that camp is. As for you, Gar, keeping your eye on where that like breeze is pushing you to go, you're now almost moving against it, and you barely feel it get a little stronger. It's not. And as you're going further south, you wager it's not pointing to Vallaki. It's not directing you into it, and it's not directing you into the lake either. It's something further beyond. It's not forceful.
Yeah. Does that wind feel weird to you?
Do I feel any weird wind?
Make a perception check.
Okay. So that's 19.
Wind feels pretty barren. It's not really any at all.
Not sure I feel much wind, to be honest. How about you, little Arabelle?
No, I don't think so. I mean, not between the woods, no.
Oh, are you feeling all right, Gar? That time under the water, you have a fever or something, possibly?
Honestly, I haven't felt good for a very long time. but something's telling me to pay attention to this wind like it wants. It's not that voice that I was hearing earlier. I don't have Gar's voice. I don't know what it is. Not the voice I was hearing earlier, but something's out there. It doesn't seem hostile. I don't know.
Well, I feel a gut feeling is enough to listen to around this place. These woods are dangerous. We'd better stay alert. Something that may not have hostile intent could change at a moment's notice.
Do you think I should listen to it then, or?
Hey, if anything, just keep your eyes peeled. Well, where is it coming from, this strange wind?
It's it wants me, or it's like not. Well, maybe it does want me, but it's like pushing towards the northeast, not exactly towards that lake or Vallaki, but somewhere in between the two.
Off into these woods then. Oh, well, I mean, I have appreciated your company, but it is really up to you, Gar. If it is something that is calling you, I could never tell someone not to follow their calling, but hopefully it is not something luring you into a trap.
Well, if it is, it wouldn't be anything new. And maybe I should look into it. It seems rather curious. But I'd hate to leave those in the town. I know I shouldn't be trusting them, but maybe after you bring this girl, could you go tell them I might be gone for a little bit? With how much trouble I've been getting into lately, maybe I should stay away from them anyway, but they'll be waiting for me, so be nice to let them know.
Oh yes, these are your companions you mentioned before, Roderick,
Yes.
Tia, etc.
Yeah,
I
Malin was the only other one. It was kind of weird you left him as etc.
Oh yes, my memory.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean I could go find them and let you know. If anything, I mean if they're friends of yours, well, I'm sure they'd do me more than good in my goals as well. If you do want to follow that, it is getting pretty close to dark. Do you need to follow it now, or should you? I believe the Vistani would probably let us rest at their camp tonight, and you could set out before dawn when it's safer.
How urgent does the wind feel? Is it just like, hey, let me know when you're not busy?
You aren't really getting a sense of urgency from it. It's a fairly strong pull. Um, like it's weird to describe. Just roll me a nature check.
Hey. I mean, it's not a bad roll, but Gar's got to poop at everything. 12.
12, yeah. Uh, it's definitely a strong pull there. You could go for it now. Yeah. You're not sure how long it'll last.
I should probably answer now. I don't want it to go away and then lose an opportunity that might be laid out for me. Plus, I still have the scythe, right? It's just it was magically in my hand the whole time.
Yes,
or?
you do.
Okay. Plus, I've got this thing that seems pretty wicked. So, if anything comes at me, maybe I can drive them off.
All right. Well, if that is what you must do, then Gundrick will just kind of like put a hand on Gar's shoulder if he's
You are
fine with
far
that,
too short.
or on his forearm, and say, "If you ever need an extra shield, I'll be here for you. Thank you for helping me with this. I'd appreciate to help you anytime you need it."
Thank you for allowing me to help you, and for hopefully telling my friends I don't know where they'll be. They were in Vallaki. Hopefully they're still there. Or not, because it wasn't a good place to be in, so... But we're supposed to meet outside of it. I hope to see you again someday, but who knows where our journeys go from here.
Of course. Well, even if it was for a fleeting moment, it was a pleasure to have met you. I will look in Vallaki for your friends. But for now, farewell, Gar.
Farewell, Gundrick. I remember it now. Sorry, I had a lapse of memory when the drowning, you know.
Gundrick could just let a laugh fun. No problem at all, my friend. And then start walking off to the
Okay.
camp, I guess.
So you, Gundrick, walk into the camp and you are familiar with it. There is light fog here, which is also strange that Gar is feeling a wind, because if there was a wind, the fog would be moving. But you... It kind of obscures part of the details of this upcoming camp, which is like a smaller grassy hill with a couple of low houses that are built into its side, and you've been in the camp, so you know that they're sequestered around it. Above the fog, like on the very top of the hill, is this like ring of wagons that surround a large tent, and you know that that's where you do most of the business. Walking up along the narrow pathway up to the top of the hill, you see there is still smoke coming out of the inside of the tent, and there are still screams of pain coming from within. You know exactly what's happening here. Her previous, the guy that was on watch of Arabelle is currently being disciplined for his lack of following through, because he got drunk, and that's why she went missing. But as you come into the camp, you see both Luvash, this big, like, brutish looking man, shorter, dark hair on the top of his head, and like a bushy beard that kind of comes up to a point above the lips. And Arabelle, who is the more talkative brother, with long flowing black hair and a pointed goatee, are kind of discussing something amongst themselves, and you watch as they both kind of turn to look at you as they come in. And Luvash, who was Arabelle's father, his face goes from this like stoic, like grisly gnarl to instantly softening as he gets on his knees and holds his arm out, and Arabelle runs towards him. As her uncle Aragil comes up to you and says, "So, you have done the deed. I'm very impressed with you."
What can I say? A bit of a tracker, but I have more than just Arabelle here for you. I found her on the water with this fellow. Apparently, he snatched her away while the guards were a bit too drunk to recognize. He was trying to make her an offering to the lake for fish. He seems not much but more of a drunken shell of a man, but I brought him here to you to face justice.
I must confess, for you, Gundrick, I did not have high hopes for you, but today you have proven me wrong. This fiend, he will be dealt with, but come, time for your treasure. And he like puts an arm around you and begins walking by as he snaps his fingers, and you see a number of Vistani just flank the guy and begin walking him off into the middle of that tent. He takes you to the back of one of the wagons and opens it up, and you see inside like a fairly nice array of treasure. He kind of holds over to a wooden chest and opens it up, and you see what looks in excess of 1,000 coins of a weird silverish reflective metal that you recognize to be electrum. Then an iron one that contains upwards of probably 600 gold. There's a jewelry box with like gold filigree with a bunch of cheap jewelry in it, and a potion inside as well. There's a wooden throne with gold inlay and some nice gemstones decorated in it. There's a rolled up rug that he kind of unravels for you, and there's a unicorn motif on it that's very well done. And he goes and he thinks about another small wooden box for a second. He's like, "That's no good. Put that away." And he just kind of like pushes it off to the side carelessly. "One of these things, take it, all yours, for doing us such a service."
Oh, well, just out of curiosity, what was the small box? That was no good.
They're they're a little something that we sell to the people who maybe we don't see again, you know? But for you, I wouldn't sell them to you.
Oh, okay, of course. Oh, geez. I mean, at this point, Gundrick needs funds for surviving here. So I guess he'd take the cold hard cash.
Which one? You've got the Electrum or the gold?
Okay, and it was 1,000 Electrum.
It's upwards
Right.
of 1,000 Electrum and or upwards of 600 gold.
Okay. Yeah, just say, oh, well, I mean, you know how it is, Luvash, gold talks, so that would be more than enough for me.
Ugh, a man of my speaking. Absolutely. And he just walks over and starts dragging this chest. And you, as he drags it forward, it's an iron chest. Like, it's a heavy chest. He kind of like puts the lid on it and leans on it. "Are you going to be good carrying this, or do I need to, like... I'll get you something if you need it, of course. Anything for you now. But you look pretty
Gundrick-
strong, so...
Gundrick will try to lift it really quick. Here, let me see.
Yeah, make a strength check for me.
Let's see here. All right. Oh, strength is so much worse than athletics. That's 14.
14, it's just a straight strength check just to see how good your muscles are feeling after everything. Yeah, you lift it and you kind of hold it on one arm, and as you do, you kind of misjudge the weight and you crumple for a second before standing up. You're like, "Yeah, no, I got this, yeah."
Yes, I have this. If anything, it will be a good workout carrying it around.
"Dwarves, so strong, right?" And he just smacks you on the back of the shoulder that you're carrying the chest with, and you kind of buckle for a second. You're like, "No, it's cool, it's cool."
Oh, actually, Luvesh, before I leave, do you maybe have a horse for sale or something that I could take?
Luvash, you're getting us confused again.
Oh, Arabelle. Oops.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. You're not the first person. A horse? Yeah, I can sell you a horse. Sure, I'll have to take a little bit out of your money, but sure, yeah, that's fine.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, come
Yes,
around.
that'd be wonderful.
And he just walks you around to the array of horses that he has there. There's maybe 20 or so. He kind of like goes over a bunch of them. This one's pretty good. A little bit slower, but it's a higher carrying capacity for that one for sure. A little stronger. And then he goes to the next one. This one... I mean, it's young. It's a young horse. It's got a little bit of growing to do, but I think in time, it'll be a good stallion. And then he goes to the one on the end. He says, "This one's our most recent arrival. We found this one tied up in Barovia, of all places, just outside of a house, and no one was coming to collect it, so we went ahead and took it for us. Strong beast. Impressive, if you ask me. Got a couple of nicks on the legs for some reason. I don't know why, like a strange gash mark here. And you look, and it looks like maybe 4 like indentations that come down to points that kind of go wider at the top and come down to a thinner, like cone-like shape. There's a couple of them, and just a couple of like straight puncture marks, and they're all in sets of 4 along the one back leg. He goes, "I mean, it's not wounded to a particular degree. We've healed it fairly nicely, but you know, it's not bad. I mean, this one, 50 gold, just a standard price for you."
Oh, I mean, kindred spirits. You found them alone. I wound up here, not knowing anyone. Maybe we could be good friends. Yeah, this one would be great.
Amazing. And he sort of goes around and unhooks the reins from the like central mast that he's got him to. Kind of walks forward with it. I've been taken to call him Jeffrey. He's pretty fond of apples, so if you find any, give him a go.
Okay, all right. Well, Jeffrey, I'll kind of give him a little pat on the side of the head, ruffle his mane a little bit. I think we're going to be fast friends. And then I guess, maybe if I'm going to be using this, do you have any saddlebags or anything like that I could use? Load up some of these.
Just take the ones that are already on there. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And hey, if you need anything else, don't hesitate to ask. We'll be here.
Perfect, perfect. I was just wondering, it is so late tonight. Do you mind if do you have a spare tent to sleep tonight, or just, how long does it take to get to Vallaki from here anyways? Would you say it's...
Oh, from here it's nothing. Maybe 20 minutes walking, but you've got a horse now, so 10, 15?
Oh, never mind. I would not impose myself on you. I'm happy that I was able to be of service in finding your, this Arabelle is the father or the uncle?
The uncle.
Happy of being of service in finding your niece.
Of course. I thank you, Gundrick. You have done a great service to me and my family. A great service. If there is anything else that you need, don't hesitate to come on by.
Of course, of course. And if you need my assistance in anything else, feel free to, well, I'm not quite sure how you'd contact me around here, but send someone my way.
Yeah, we'll find a way. Don't worry about it.
All right. Well, thank you again, Arabelle, and just gonna climb up on old Jeffrey. I guess I'll be off to Vallaki then.
Yeah, of course. Hey, take care. And you watch as he's like closing the chest that he just opened himself while it was on your shoulder and picked out 50 gold pieces and closed it as you jump back on the horse.
Awesome.
Yeah, and as you trot off out of the camp, we'll leave you, Gundrick, there, and Gar will catch up with you in a couple episodes.
Ooh.
So, where we left off with you guys, you had assembled at the church, concocted your master plan, and then went off to the town square to execute said master plan. In doing so, you prolonged Meyore and Irina, and when you got there to find Roderick in the stockade, flanked by two civilians, we'll say, of Vallaki, you went to spring your prisoner break, but were opposed by one Isaac Strasny and a bunch of Vallachian guards. It did not stop you, however, as Malin seemed to impersonate or adopt aspects of Strahd's character and intimidate him and all of the rest of them without contest for the whole encounter. And throughout it all, there were a couple of weird, like, close encounters. Isaac seemed to recognize Irina in part of it, and also grab Meyore in another part. But you all managed to assemble your troop, and chased by a flanking about 20 guards or so, escaped through one of the southern exits and are now running away. So you guys, as I put on the combat music again,
It's okay. My thing's messing up, so I can't hear anything.
you can't hear anything at all? Or just
It's
the
not
music?
coming from your end. It's coming from me.
Is it just the music, or can you not hear it?
It's just the music. I can hear y'all.
Got you, okay. So, you all dip out of the southern gate. You all have dark vision, correct? Because Roderick gained everyone dark vision?
Yes.
So you have essentially three choices. You can hit your left, which is east, which is back in the direction of the old Bone Grinder and Castle Ravenloft. You can head west, which is to your right. You've never been in that direction, so you aren't sure what's there. Or you can head south into the old Svalich Woods. What are you doing?
Do I know of anything that's... No, so I probably would know to avoid the woods, right? That's what you said last session.
It's nighttime right now. Things crawl around the woods at night. They do. But things also crawl around the open roads at night, so it's just not smart to be out here at all.
I think we go back to the old bone grinder. What do you guys think?
Is the old bone grinder that windmill that we burned to the ground?
Yes,
Oh, is it burned to the ground?
Part of it was stone, so it's not wholly
Yeah.
burnt to the ground, probably.
It'll be a husk.
We can
Yeah,
still
let's go.
use it.
Let's go face the hag that keeps messing with us. Yeah, let's go do it. I'm down. We'll make a deal with her.
Let's go that way.
Hey, you can kill everyone in Vallaki. Just let us sleep here tonight, and we'll have no qualms with you whatsoever.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad deal actually. If she'll listen.
So, you're heading to the old bone grinder. Interesting. Okay. So, here we are. Now, you guys are getting chased. This whole time.
Oh,
Oh, we're being chased. How far behind us are they?
At this point in time, and you did kind of funnel out, I'm going to say, because of the small entrance, I'm going to say probably a platoon of about 8 to 10 managed to come out of that gate behind you. And as you dip east, you hear them shouting, and you gather more are going to come out of the east gate. At this point, those 8 to 10, I'll say about 50 feet behind you.
Okay, so knowing that, I don't know if I would go the old bone grinder. I was thinking that's like where we go to sleep tonight. So I don't know if I would want to lead them there. What do you guys think?
I mean, how? So, all right, let's say this: you're a guard from Vallaki or whatever. Your job is to protect the town. They can't go that far from the town. Like, they're not going to chase us like Timbuktu. They gotta stop eventually.
Right, their job is to protect the town.
Are you saying this to me?
What?
Are you saying this to me? Is that like a
No.
meta picture?
I'm saying because our experience has proven otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
Bro, you remember what happened in Barovia?
I mean, True Barovia didn't.
What do
chase.
we know that's west?
You don't know anything's west.
I know
Actually,
one
Roderick
thing is
doesn't know.
west. I know one thing that's west.
So
and it's
Malin
a
knows that
vineyard
there's-
from very far away.
Well, no, so, okay, so you know, there's, the vineyard is west somewhere, and Malin, you heard, Rectavio say that there was an old tower out west that he was going to go to.
Oh, that's where it was. I was trying to remember where he mentioned the
Okay.
tower.
So for you,
I'm assuming
Roderick...
this would be the tower.
Who knows?
Ooh.
For you, Roderick, roll a history check, because you're a native here.
Of sorts. 18.
18. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna give you just a brief rundown here. This lake right here, that is Lake Zarovich. You know all about Lake Zarovich. To the north of that lake is Mount Baratok. Is what I want to say the mountain's called. Yes, it is. So there's a mountain range up there that you can go and try and hide out in. To the left here, so this place right here, that's probably the old tower that he was talking about. This one right here.
Yeah.
This place is an old mansion that you don't know crazy much about. And there is another town out way west called Kresk. That's probably you know the vineyards out west too. There's not much else out there.
Okay. Has Malin mentioned to me about the tower thing? I feel like
Yeah,
that probably
we'll
didn't come up,
say-
did it?
I'm gonna say that, like when we're trying to figure out like where we're going, I'm gonna relay that information to you as we're running.
Right, west then.
Okay, so you run west. Cool. what I am going to do for everyone, since this is a chase out of Vallaki, I want everyone to just roll me a group dex check. Because you're all matching speeds with them. The only one who isn't is like Tia. And I will roll for Milavoy and Arena as well. And then I'll roll one for the guard.
I'm still probably a bit malnourished from being in the stockades. I rolled an 8.
Oh man.
Mine's a 19.
Are we doing dex save or
No, just dex, I think.
A dex check, but the natural one is a natural one.
it was a dex save though?
It doesn't matter, dude. Okay, so Irina got a 16 and Milvoy got a 14. So 16, 14, and a 19. And then it was a natural one and a what? Roderick?
7. Oh.
Oh, an 8. An 8 total.
An 8. Okay, the guards did roll super high. So, as you run westward, those guards behind you are beginning to catch up a little bit. You see, I'll say at the end of the next turn, they're pushing 40 feet behind you. And you kind of glance back occasionally and you see that they are beginning to get spears ready to throw. Are you guys doing anything to prevent this?
Hold on 1 second. No, because yeah, no, that's not. It won't work.
Okay, anyone
Because
else?
all I have at this point is vicious mockery and prestidigitation, baby. I've got no spells.
Yeah, I'm out of everything. So
I have nothing except for feline agility, which is just for me. So that's it.
I mean, I could like. As we're running, is there any way I can give the group? Well, I got 3 slots of this left, and that's it.
Well, I do have
And that's
all
bardic, and that's bardic inspiration. Are we doing this in like a round kind of order? What we doing?
Yeah, we're just going to kind of go with all of you guys at once, then all of them at once. Basically.
Okay. Let's see. Screw it. I'll give Tia some bardic inspiration.
all right, then I'll guide myself.
Okay. On the following turn, as they continue to encroach on you guys, getting within about 30 feet. Let's see, there's... It's a bad roll for you guys. 6. So, there's 5 of you. I'm going to roll 66. And what we're going to do is... Let's do it in order of the layout, right here. 1 is Malin, 2 will be Milavoy, 3 will be Arena, 4 will be Roderick, 5 will be Tia. And then 6 is no one, so one of them is cancelled out. 1 spear is coming towards you, Malin. 2 of them are coming towards Milavoy. And 1 of them is coming towards Tia. Right? Is that 6 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's not. And another one towards Malin.
Man, they really hate Strahd, don't they?
No, wait. Yes, no, I am right. Yes, I am. Okay, let's do the 2 on Malin first, shall we? Because you're right, they do hate Strahd.
Yeah, man. I'm still wondering in the back of Malin's mind. I know Strahd's going to hear about what happened, and now he's worried he's going to get his ass beat again.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Where's my guard stat block? Here it is. Okay, so the 2 attacks on you, these are ranged attacks. One's definitely a miss with an 8, but the other one is an 18 to hit.
Oh, man, that hits.
These
Okay.
guards are insane to be able to see in the dark and throw a spear.
Oh, that's true. It's in the dark.
Yeah, we all got
Ooh.
dark
Thank
vision. We're
you
not-
so much
We're
for
not gonna be ready
saying
for
That
that.
might- That
What
might
is-
save his life.
What is the range of a torch? Is it 30-60 or is it 20-40?
It's 2040.
Okay, so it's a disadvantage. It was a natural 20. So you did avoid the natural 20, but it is still a hit.
Oh, that sucks.
What do you mean it sucks? You avoided a natural
I
20,
was
dude.
hoping he'd roll. I did avoid a lot of grab last session.
So you take 3 points of piercing damage.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Bring it.
The next two are towards Milivoy. As a reminder, Milivoy has 4 hit points. Let's go for it. The first one at disadvantage is a 10. Does a 10 hit? That's a great
Milivoy's
question,
wearing-
Equa.
Leather, at least.
Milivoy's armor
Wait, so-
class is 10, so that
Yeah,
hits.
it's probably 10.
We sent Milliboy out in rags.
Milivoy takes 2 points of damage from the first spear as it kind of grabs him in the shoulder, and you watch as he like limps for a second. And for the first real time, you Roderick, see him look back to you, and there's genuine like pain and fear in his eyes. The second spear on him. You guys are not gonna believe this. I just rolled my first ever double nat 20.
Wow.
Oh, Milliboy dies.
That's it.
He probably won't die.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
he's
he
dead.
probably won't die? No, he's dead.
Milliboy's gonna die. And it's all
No.
Roderick's fault.
No, he won't die, but he is gonna go unconscious.
Oh, he's dead. I'm not stopping.
Yeah. What the hell? I don't know what you're not getting here.
I'll tell you right now, old girl better pick him up and run. That's all I gotta say.
You know what? Blame Baka because I assigned Milivoy to Baka on the layout because Baka played him last time, so blame Baka. Like, how you're on my first double nat 20s, you guys. That's kind of crazy. That's a 1 in 400 chance.
Congratulations.
I
Thank
would say
you.
that.
Oh,
but you're
Baka's
lying.
casting shade on you right now.
Milivoy face plants in the dirt. Okay, the next one is on Tia. That's a 9 to hit,
Nope.
which does not hit. Okay. So, as Milivoy goes down, you guys, I'm going to say next round you'll get to the west gate.
Oh, well, I've got to grab Milivoy, so
You sure
Oh.
do.
yeah.
Are you just grabbing him or are you healing him?
I'll spare the dying.
Okay, spare the dying. So he's no longer on death saves. To do this... Okay, since this is a chase, what I need you to do, Roderick, to keep up with your people is roll me an athletics check. To see if you can
Let's
carry Milivoy with you and also keep up with your group.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. That is a 19 for a 21. I still have guidance. It lasts for a minute, I think.
You would, yeah. It's your next
All
ability
right, so
check.
that's 22.
22. Great, yeah. DC for this was high, my guy. You just about in time managed to notice that Milivoy's gone down, and you stop dead in your tracks, kind of kicking up some of the dirt and dust, before reaching around and Fireman's lifting him onto your shoulders. You're about now to do so, since everyone's dashing. They're moving 6 feet around, you're moving 30. So you're 30 feet behind your allies. Good news
We
is,
died together.
the good news is that the guards are still 10 feet behind you, so you're out of melee with them.
That's good.
So the
Oh.
guards are dashing and also throwing spears?
No. Those guards that threw the spears have fallen behind. So there are 3 on, like, close to you now. It's funny that spears don't have reach. Funny that. So they're behind you, so you're going to have to figure out something to do here, Roderick, or you're going to be the next target.
Mm-hmm.
You got this.
Okay, but you guys push forward an extra 60 feet. Round for everyone. What are you doing?
So they're 10 feet behind me, you said?
Yeah, 10 feet. 3 of them.
I'm a bardic inspiration. Grizzly poo. I got 1 left after this.
Thank you. I am going to turn around and blast the sacred flame at the closest one to me.
Yeah, you can do that while you're running. Sure. Is that a check or is that an attack roll?
That's a save. Dex save.
Dex save. Big fat 10.
Fail.
Fail on him. So how much damage does he take?
So that's a D8. Let's see.
66.
6.
Oh,
6 points of damage on him. Yeah, he's kind of the guy at the very front of the three that are chasing you. And as you alight the radiant flame around him, you watch as it wreathes him, and he kind of tries to shrug it off and rip off parts of his armor to put it out. Still keeping pace and still alive. Tia, anything for you?
Am I able to fire a short bow shot and still keep moving?
Because of your rogue ability to dash as a bonus action, you sure are.
Alright, so the one Grizz targeted with a sacred frame, I'm going to attempt to hit it.
Sure.
Short bow, go! Please. I pressed the wrong button. 15.
15 hits.
7 piercings, since I don't get sneak.
On the one that Roderick just hit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, how do you want to do this?
Just arrow to the knee.
oh,
just
his
attempt-
adventuring days are over.
Yeah, you do like a cool little thing where like you're running and you knock an arrow, and as you like kneel down and slide, you spin around and just and you watch as it, like, you know that thing that they do in like bow trick shot videos where the arrow begins to curve around an object. That's what you do, and it hits him in the side of the knee and just lacerates straight through, and you watch as part of the back of the calf just splits open and he falls and face plants in the dirt.
He'll be alright.
No, he won't, but cool.
It's like, he's dead. You'll be all right.
You'll be
Just
alright.
Dead.
He's better off.
He's
just a
talking to
club
he's talking to whatever god he worshipped in life.
Yeah, amazing. So, for you, Malin,
Yeah.
you do still have your action. If you're using it to dash, Roderick's going to fall behind 30 feet, but depending on what those guards do, you may still keep ahead of them.
Oh. Yeah. I'll be the scout. We'll say it like that. I'll just keep on going. I don't want to
Sure.
get too far away from them, but I'm gonna dash.
Okay, so make a perception check for me.
Oh no. I've changed my mind. That is a natural one.
Ooh.
Okay.
It like landed, the die hit and didn't roll. It was just one.
Well, that balances out from your last session.
Yeah.
In the heat of the moment, you're still in character, and you're struggling to get out of it. It's too much is happening right now for you to really pay attention. The only thing that you're gonna hear is the sound of your breathing and the shouting of guards behind you. That's all that you can focus on right now. Okay. On their turn. Okay, so Roderick. One of them is going to run around to the front of you to get in melee, using his action to dash. The second one is going to throw a spear at you.
Fair enough.
Because you're within 10 feet, and they have lanterns and torches and shit on their guards, whatever. It's going to be a straight roll, which is a dirty 20
Okay, that hits.
for 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Now, as a note here, they only have one spear each, so he's going to have to yank it out of you. Or pick up another one on the ground. Or out of Milvoy's back, who knows.
Oh.
But you're now in melee with another one. The guy behind you who just threw it is still 10 feet back. Okay. On your guys' turn, as you run around to like this section of Vallaki, Malin, you're running and you're trying to listen out, but all you can feel are the beads of sweat coming down your forehead, the cold wind like blowing in your face, and the sound is all kind of drowned out as you are hyper-focused on your task of escaping. The one thing that you do hear is Irina say, "Oh, shit," and you look forward and you see, at this point in time, 4 more guards coming around the side of the palisade, looking in your direction. They are
Oh, damn.
going to be cutting you off in your next turn. But it is your go. So what do you guys want to do?
This is going to be real bad to do, but, I mean... I feel like we're not going to be able to take these guards. Not in our current condition. So, what's better, everyone? The devil we know or the devil we don't?
That's such a hard question to answer.
I say we just kill them all.
No, well, the thing is, we can either go into the woods. We don't know what's in there. But,
Oh yeah, we go into the woods. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
yeah, that
I think we go
that's
into
what I
the
mean. The
woods.
devil you know and the devil
I thought you were gonna like
don't.
contact Strahd, and I was like, no, fuck it.
Oh no, I ain't call. No, I hate that dude. I just made fun of him essentially. Like
Yeah.
Malin was using him as a means to an end. Like as far as impersonating, that's why he's worried Strahd's gonna kill him. Yeah, into the woods. Immediately when I see him, I'll just like, into the woods, and then just take a hard left, just straight into the woods.
Okay. Arena will follow you. Tia, into
Yeah.
the woods?
Tia's gonna fall. Yep.
Roderick?
And I will give her my last bardic inspiration.
Are you
Okay.
talking Irina? Because Tia already has it.
Yeah.
Arena has bardic inspiration.
No, Tia
No,
has
I
it.
do.
No,
I-
no, not Tia, not Tia. That way, it's like the 3 people that are still up besides me now have bardic inspiration for the
Oh,
next
okay,
10
okay.
minutes.
Got you.
So I've used all my bardic inspirations. That's all I got.
Got you.
Am I now like? Do I have one on my back and one in front of me, or is the one on my back still 10 away?
The one on your back is still 10 feet away. Yeah, because you
Okay.
rolled your
Oh.
super good athletics check, you can still move your 30 feet, since it's a weird combat.
Yeah. So I'm this one in front of me. Ooh, interesting. A couple ideas. I want to like ram into him to try and knock him over, and then continue running with the party into the woods. So like
Okay.
almost like a trip attack, I would assume. to
Sure. Yeah. So,
Knock him prone.
what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you... There are 2 aspects that you've got to make contact, and then you've got to overpower him. Both of them would be strength. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you roll just a regular attack using your strength modifier, and then you're going to roll an athletics check to see if you can knock him over.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Because I don't know how trip attacks work.
I think it's usually. Is it usually? Our rules lawyer is. I
We'll
think it's
do-
usually contested athletics, but either way, I rolled a 17 on the hit,
Yeah, that hits. Just hits.
and
And then we're going to contest athletics for the...
then wow,
whatever.
yes, okay, 20, dirty 20 on the athletics.
Natural 1 for him.
Oh fuck yeah!
So
I mean,
you
heck
just
yeah.
kind of like... describe to me how you trip the guard.
Like I said, he gets in front of me, and I just keep running and barrel into him with my shoulder, knocking him to the ground before I sprint toward the woods.
Yeah, you just knock him down. And it's funny because you go and impact him with the shoulder, and then Milavoy's legs just go on the side of his head as well.
Yeah. So
he-
he technically still gets an attack on me, but it'd be at disadvantage.
At disadvantage, yeah. Which is what he's going to do. At disadvantage... A disadvantage is going to miss because you have a really high AC. But it would have been an 11.
Nice.
So you knock him down and sprint into the woods. And you can hear them pointing you guys out. How far is the woods from the town, is my question. Because this is important. I don't think it's very far.
This is the story of a girl.
Oh, yeah, it's not very far at all. Yeah, I'm going to say you can brief the tree line this turn. No sweat. Because you guys are all localized in one area...
Fireball spell's gonna hit us.
You better hope not. Since you're all localized in one area... I'm going to roll to see... How many did I say? So all of the guards... There are There's one still on Roderick that didn't lose a spear. And there's... No, that's it. There's one guy on Roderick, and then there were the 4 ahead, so I gotta roll d6. Minus a 6, we'll see how many of them try to attack you. That was a 6, so I gotta roll again. 2, okay. Same thing again, except... yeah, except Roderick, you're gonna take up 2 spaces on a d6, because you have Millevoy on your back.
That's
so you're
fine.
kind of like 2 people. So 1 Malin, 2 would be Irina, and then 3 and 4 is Roderick, and then 5 is Tia. 2 5s. All right, Tia.
Oh.
You got 2 spears coming in at you with disadvantage.
All right.
The lowest one misses, but the second one is a 13.
Nope.
Nope.
Misses.
Nice.
So as you guys dip into the tree line, you hear more spears just into the dirt and mud. Actually, one of them goes into the nearby tree, just right behind you. But you guys run in. How far in are you running in this heat of the moment?
I mean, we have to be like going like from where our icon is on the map, like probably just at a diagonal, almost. Unless we just want to run straight like into the thick of it.
I say we keep running a good 150 feet.
Yeah. I'll ask Roderick like,
I
how
guess
far
it's
should we go in
miles.
here?
Let's go right up to the riverbank. About a mile.
Okay, at this point, I'm gonna let Roderick get ahead of me.
Okay. So, Roderick is leading the charge here, right?
Yeah, because I don't know this area. He could say the river, and I'm like, don't know where that is, buddy.
Okay. So... Okay, Roderick. What I need you to do is to roll a d20.
Okay, let's see. 15 flat.
Okay.
Werewolf.
Here's the reason that I'm doing this. Whenever you go on the road or in the wilderness, you're supposed to check for random encounter every 30 minutes that the adventurers spent out there. Because you guys are being loud, even though it's going to take you maybe 15 minutes to get through here, I had to give you the roll. And an encounter does occur in the wilderness on a 15 or higher.
But it's a magical traveling merchant.
So
It's a
Roderick,
unicorn.
roll a d12 and a d8 and add them together.
12 and a D8.
Yeah, d12 and a d8. Looking for a low roll here.
Oh well, that's not what I got. 17.
Okay.
If it's a werewolf, just throw Millevoy on the ground, man.
Yeah, just
Okay.
leave him at that point.
Yeah, you guys are running through the woods. What's everyone's passive perceptions?
Mine's poo.
Uh,
13.
15.
16.
Oh, great. Good for you, Roderick. Yes. So, Tia and Roderick, as you are running through the woods here, going at decent speed, you're sitting around like 35, 40 feet because of Roderick's weight. Running along, you look ahead, and with your impressive dark vision, you see, maybe 40 feet ahead of you, a figure just standing there like this.
Zombie.
You call out to it?
No, I'm not calling out to it. I'm calling.
thank you.
I'm letting the rest of the group know.
Are you
Um,
sure that's a zombie up there?
There's just zombies in the woods?
Is it so? How far ahead of us is it?
It's about 40 feet ahead of you. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I would try to veer off the group to go around. So
Yeah.
since I'm leading the pack, I'll kind of try to take a wider berth around it and just
Yeah,
keep running.
You go ahead and dip right, and you keeping an eye on it, get maybe 10 feet, and then you look to your right where the direction that you're going, and 15 feet ahead of you, there's another one like this.
these better not be puppets, man. I don't like.
You get a look closer at it, and it's not made of flesh. It's made of bits of ripped cloth and like hay on the inside that it's bound together with bits of like thin twine, with a bag
Oh.
over the head with like slits for eyes and a mouth. It's kind of just standing there.
Do those look like scarecrows to you?
I think you're right.
When Guardian let me yes, I'm kidding. I've been playing too much Hogwarts.
Looking back, are we still being chased by guards?
You are not still being chased by guards.
Fuck. Okay. Double back. 20 feet. I
When we
want to.
back up 20 feet.
You go ahead and back up 20 feet, kind of slow, huddling together in a group. Malin. He pointed out the one ahead earlier, the first one, and you look back to where it was and it wasn't there anymore. It's not there. And you look kind of to the left and it's peering around a tree 15 feet away from you.
Nah.
I don't like these woods, Roderick, at all.
Wait a minute. So you said he looked away, and he looked back at it and moved?
Yeah.
So if we keep staring at
Yeah,
it,
I was
it
about to say
might
that,
not
yeah.
move.
Maybe that's the case.
It's like the story of this plumber I knew that was being chased by ghosts, and he had to keep staring at them to get out of the house.
Tia, you
Right.
focus for a second. Two more flanking from behind. One
So
is
they are
15
moving.
feet, one is 25 feet away from you. They're not
are-
moving while you're looking at them. You're not sure if they can or not.
So that's 4 in total? That's 2 flanking and then...
4 in total, yeah.
It should be enough of us to look at it.
There's 4 of us, so let's back away
Malin,
and keep eye contact.
how would you be in a fight right now?
I can't cast anything. I think I can
All right.
possibly make them laugh.
I toss Millivoy to you.
Oh,
roll a, both of you roll athletics checks for me.
I mean, I'm not actually I'm like.
Nope,
taking
you're
from the
you
tossing
just
her.
shoulder,
like dumps him
onto
on my
Malin's
body.
shoulder.
Just here you go.
But oh, nat 20.
I got
I
a.
wish I got that on an attack roll.
And what am I doing in athletics?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's only going to be a 14 then. 'Cause I only got a plus
14.
1.
Yeah, he dumps him on you without you expecting it, and you kind of like sag for a second before kind of lifting yourself up a little bit. Millivoy is almost your weight, so and you're not the strongest individual in the world. You can do this, but it's not easy.
Malin's going to have to hit the gym.
If they get close, let them surround me. But don't get within 10 feet of me.
So, I mean, if we just keep staring at them, we should be fine, right?
Just
think
back
that's
away very slowly while staring at them.
There's 4 of
Which-
us. We all just look at one of them.
Which
You know,
way
one
are
each.
you backing out? I'll say there's one to the south, one to the west, and 2 kind of in a northeasterly direction.
They're going to push us
Southwest.
deeper in.
I think we want to go north in that case, right?
Oh.
We're going towards the 2 then?
Well, if we back up, we're running into one. If we go west, we're running into one. If we go north, maybe like
Go
north,
north.
northwest.
That's
I
back
mean-
towards Balaki, though.
Oh,
Is-
sorry, south. Sorry, yeah, I was looking at the map
Okay,
wrong.
that's why.
Southwest, right?
South. I think we want to keep going to the woods, like southwest.
Okay, so you begin backing up to the southwest, which is going to go deeper into the woods.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to angle us toward the river. But still, with a southerly direction, kind of
Okay,
like.
so if you go southwest, you're going in between two of them that are to the south and to the west, right?
Yeah,
Just so
probably.
you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys begin backing out, how quickly are you moving?
Probably slowly if we're all keeping an eye on a separate one. And
Yeah.
if we see one like move while we're looking at it,
Book it.
yeah, we
Yeah.
run.
Okay, everyone make perception checks. I'll roll for Arena. Arena
Oh
rolled a 2.
no.
Arena doesn't see shit.
Okay.
Hey, Arena's got Bardic Inspiration though, man.
It's a
Uh,
15
Wasted
Wasted on
total.
that.
Does Bardic
I got
work on
22.
a roll that you choose or on your next roll?
Should
Remind
be
me.
roll you choose.
No, Bardic Inspiration is whatever.
Yeah, it's choose.
Yeah.
Sweet.
How long does it last though?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, actually, if you guys don't use it now, you're going to be
Yeah.
pushing it. So it's
perception.
22.
That's
Yep.
an 8 for me. Perception.
I mean, I guess I could use mine. What does Bardic give us?
I got a
A
15.
plus 6.
15.
plus-
Or,
Six?
oh no, a 1d6
1d6.
plus
I'm-
1d6.
Might as well just roll it then.
Yeah, roll
Yes,
it
that's,
now.
27.
Because you've been running for about 15 minutes, it would have worn off by now.
All right, I'll
27
use
for
it
you,
too
good.
then. Screw it. So mine's a 16.
Okay, so
I got a 1.
Arena gets, what does Arena get? Arena, you're so good. You're so good at everything that you do. You save the party so much. Arena would get, perception is +2, so it's a 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. Yeah, Arena is kind of looking at the one which is directly to the west. Oh, sorry, no. Arena's looking to the one that's directly to the north. So, Malin, you be the one who's looking directly to the west. And as you are going by, and the trees are sort of going by you as you go, just as the tree hits one of them, you can kind of still see part of its figure as it just moves. And as that tree goes by and another one in front of it, you go by the second one, and the head is just staring at you about 5 feet away, looking in your direction. They are moving closer.
Yeah. So the trees are kind of blocking our vision here, so we should probably run.
Go.
Yeah, straight dashing.
Okay, as you go to run, that one that was right next to you is going to try and attack you.
How close? He was like 5 foot in front of me.
He was like 5 feet away from you, yeah.
Oh,
But there's
man,
still,
these things got up on us really quick.
yeah, there's still a tree kind of in the way, so you have partial cover, which is a +2, I think.
I think so.
It can only make one attack. Cool. That's cocked. That's terrible. That's a natural 1.
Yay!
Sweet. It goes to like reach out, and a claw tries to grab at you, just narrowly missing your face as you pull it away just in time. And as you all
Blast
bolt,
level.
you kind of all, no words are coming out of these things' mouths. No sound at all. You kind of just hear this, and you turn around as you're bolting, and they are full on following you. And it's this weird like cracking and like snapping motion as they run after you. But they are going. Since you got out of reach of the one, I'm going to say that they are maintaining a 15 feet delay behind you. This is another chase.
Yay! Run!
Alright, I need everyone to make another dex check. Malin, because you're carrying Milivoy, you're going to make it disadvantage.
This stinks.
Yeah, they didn't roll great.
Neither did I.
I rolled 2 17s.
Nice. I rolled a 15.
I rolled a 7.
So that's a dirty 20. So I rolled 2 dirty 20s. Do those count as like a crit?
Since they're dirties, no. If they were naturals, yes. Yeah, Arena rolled better than they
And
did.
it's dex check, right? We're not doing dex save.
Straight dex check, yeah.
Okay, then yeah, dirty 20.
Yeah. So the other one who's sort of lagging behind is Tia, but they are just kind of beating you out, Tia. But because of your rogue abilities, you are just running, and you are slowly, all of you, gaining on them as they are getting further and further away. As you book it, continuing out for about another 10 minutes. You begin to make out the edge of the tree line. At this point, these guys are maybe 40 feet back, and they are still going after you. They don't appear to, be getting tired at all. Probably because they
I
don't need
wonder if they
oxygen.
can swim.
Let's find out.
We are. We're about to find out. We're gonna find out how long it takes
No.
an unconscious body
Hold
to
on.
drown.
Wait a minute. Let's calm down. How deep is this river?
So, you get to the river. As you breach the tree line, it is still dark. Roderick, how long does your dark vision last for?
I think an hour, but let me double check. Let's
Yeah,
see.
go ahead and double check that for me.
Oh, are you trying to tell me something, Baka?
Yeah, 1 hour.
1 hour. Amazing. So you guys keep it. Yes, so as you run out, getting a brief and quick look at your surroundings, you do see a river. The river itself, I'm going to say, let's look at the map here. I'm going to say like 25, 30 feet across. If you want to attempt to discern how deep it is, you know what? Because of there is no light out here, you guys are all just going based off of dark vision. The water looks completely black. I would need a high perception check to discern how deep that water is.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't gonna be me.
Like
Depending
pretty
on how high
high.
it is.
Well, that's not bad.
I'm gonna step
Um,
into
that-
see.
Mine's only a
Let's get
19.
that 20 then, yeah?
Mine's
That's
also a
20 point.
19.
Nah, 14.
So 14. What'd you get, Roderick?
19?
It's impossible to tell.
Oh.
Would I
So
not?
there's not-
Would I know it off based off memory? Past experience?
Based off of memory, you've never been this far. Yeah, you've probably never been this far south. Normally, that river, it varies. It could be 5 feet deep. It could be 20 feet deep.
Yeah,
It could be
okay.
30 feet deep.
What now, Roderick? Because I have an unconscious boy on my back.
Yeah, and I can't swim. I don't know if you know that.
Right.
Is there
Follow
another
the
way to
river.
cross except for the, going closer to town?
It's going back toward the bridge. But that's back toward town. Don't know if they'll block the bridge or not, seeing as we ran in the woods. Be a risk.
The scarecrows are gaining on you guys at
Yeah.
this point.
Worst case scenarios, we're bringing a party to them. Let's go.
Good point. We head north, following the river, toward the bridge.
Okay, you head north following the road to the bridge. Amazing. Yeah. So.
I'll stay toward the back of the group now.
Okay, sure. Yeah, since you guys are changing direction, why don't we do another round of dex checks? Because I like to make things fun and interesting.
Well, for once, 19.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, that.
So everyone else
think I
rolls
got-
bad while I finally
I got an
roll good.
11.
11,
I rolled
Yeah,
a
that's
2
with disadvantage, right?
for a 1.
a 2 for a 1.
Dirty 1.
Okay, it's a dirty one, that's important. And then Tia, you got
19.
a 19. Yeah. Okay. So since I'm not technically doing averages, we're just doing passes and fails. You guys got 2 failures, 2 passes. You are just keeping pace. They are keeping pace with you. Now they're about 50 feet behind. And you guys aren't deviating too far from the forest. Like, the river cuts in pretty close. They're not dipping away too far from the tree line itself. But they are keeping up with you. And it's weird because every time you look back, like the head is in a different position to where it was before. Very strange. In a matter of 10 minutes, you guys reach that bridge again. It is just a regular stone bridge.
Any guards upon this bridge?
From what you can see, no guards on the bridge.
Right, go now. Go.
Run across the bridge.
Yep.
Okay. You run across the bridge. And as
Are
you
we still
do
chasing
so,
us?
as you do so, getting over the bridge and onto the other side, you look back and the scarecrows are all just kind of standing there on the edge, not touching the stone, just waiting. Motionless.
Yeah, we
That's
keep
weird.
going, I guess.
Yeah, right. We'll get to that tower you're talking about.
I shall veer right down this path.
Okay, you veer right. So, veering right down this path, the dotted line, I am assuming, is off-roading.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a trail as opposed to like a path, or as opposed to a road.
So, who is leading here? Is it Roderick?
Yeah, he knows where this is.
Depends. Is this more of a is this more of a defined trail through the woods? Because it does look like on the map there's like a cutout, or is this like completely just going through the woods still?
There's kind of like a loose trail, is what I'm going to say. Especially in the dark, hard to follow. You're basically going to make a survival check, and I would set the DC for this at 15.
Yeah, if it's a survival check, I'll do it.
So go ahead and roll that.
That's if 15 plus 6 for 21.
Amazing, yeah. You begin following the trail swiftly and adeptly. Malin, roll a con save as your muscles are
man,
beginning
I'm
to
getting
tire.
tired. Tia's gonna have to carry Millivoy.
I could probably take him now. It was just,
I rolled a natural one.
oh my god.
Okay. You suffer a point of exhaustion.
Man, this
Oh, wow.
sucks. Where's my red die at? These dice suck. I'm not using them no more.
And since Roderick is leading the charge, because of your very decent survival check, I'm going to allow you to get right here before I need you to roll another d20.
Oh boy.
Roll low.
Please.
And nat 20, which I don't remember if high was bad. I think.
And
High
that
is
20
bad.
means you get another encounter. Go ahead and roll a d12 and a d8 and add them together.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's 7.
A 7. Amazing.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, Roderick, with your high passive perception, you following the trail as best as you can, and it does kind of fade and then rejoin itself several times, managing to keep a slow and steady pace. Something does catch your eye in kind of like a hollowed out log, maybe 15 feet away from you. It's almost, you almost pass it up, but you just kind of double take it, and there's like something stuffed in that log.
Something in that log. Let's just keep going. If it follows, we'll deal with it then.
I hope we get to where we're going soon. I'm getting rather tired.
But aren't you curious what's in that log over there? It could be
No.
anything. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
You
it
can give
could
him
be
back
death.
to me. Just
Thank
be
you,
ready to
Roderick.
grab him. Be ready to grab him if that thing comes out.
Yeah, so you just keep going.
Yeah.
You go 20 feet ahead and nothing happens at all. And so you keep pushing on. Finding your way forward till you get to an impasse, or sorry, a passway off to the right. And reflecting off of the moonlight, you see the surface of water. As there is a lake ahead of you. This lake oh boy. It does have kind of this creeping, thicker layer of fog that gently drifts across the waters. The trail ends kind of in a causeway. It's covered in moss and grass, and it stretches about 100 yards over to an island of like marshy terrain. And nestled on top of this island is an old, halfway falling in on itself, scaffolds clinging to one side that are also half collapsing, stone tower. The tower itself has a large gash in one wall, and atop the buttresses that support those walls are worn out statues of some kind of creature. Anyone who wants to discern that can make a history or nature check.
God, is it a gargoyle?
I'll say the same thing.
Oh, I got disadvantage on these, I think.
Rolling well today for the most part.
Is it? It's an ability check, right? Or no, that's a skill check.
It's an ability check, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I got a 10, so no.
I got a 14 on history.
19.
Yeah, so Malin, you know what this is from your travels outside of Barovia, and Roderick, you know what they are as well. These are eagle-headed creatures with bodies of lions. These are griffins.
Oh.
You also see, parked near the base of the tower, a wagon that is barrel-topped and spattered with mud. You instantly recognize it as a Vistani wagon.
Do we notice the Vistani wagon?
Yeah, you do.
Does it look like it belonged to anyone that we know?
Ooh, good thought. Make an intelligence check.
Damn, I do disadvantage on this one too. Yeah, because I'm the only one in this group that has met these people. I forgot.
Yeah, no, I never met him.
Oh my god. Well, I rolled 2 11s. So what was it I needed to do? An intelligence?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's an 11, dog. I got no intelligence.
You rack through your brain, trying to remember some of the wagons that you have seen from Vistani that you've met in Barovia and outside. It's not ringing a bell from what you can remember, but at this point in time, you're so exhausted that you can't remember all
Yeah,
of
I'm
them.
tired. I'm a sleepy boy. What was that dude's name again?
Rictavio?
Yeah. I'm just gonna shout Rictavio at the top of my lungs.
Okay, make a performance check.
Disadvantage, baby. Damn, that's such a good roll. Oh, that's not bad. 14 plus 9.
14 plus 9, yeah. Sure. I mean, you shouted out super loud.
Yeah.
You do.
Let's just go to the door at this point.
Yeah, you shouted out super loud. If he's around, he'll hear it. So will anything else.
Yeah, we should get in the house. My bad. Guess I'll start knocking. Someone.
Okay, so you walk up to the tower door, going past the wagon. The tower door is made of iron, with no visible handles or hinges. In the middle of the door, there is a large embossed symbol. A connected series of lines with 8 stick figures set around it. Carved into the lintel above the door. You know what a lintel is?
Nah, dude, enlighten me.
The lintel is the bit above the door.
Yeah.
And carved into that lintel is a word. That word is Khazan. Khazan.
K as in kilo.
Let me see if I have a picture for you guys.
H as in Hannah Montana. A as in.
I actually know the photonic, man. H is hotel.
Yeah.
Or phonetic. Photonic. The photonic alphabet. Oh, that's
There it
what is
is.
that? A butterfly?
Oh, it does look like a butterfly.
So do we need to be doing like the YMCA dance here to try and get inside? Is that what I'm seeing with the stick figures?
Well, what are you trying to do?
Well, if this is the door, can't I use that thing to knock?
Oh, the little... yeah, there's a handle thing there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm knocking on that, man. Like, dunk, dunk, dunk.
Yeah, you go ahead and knock on the door. You wait a minute. Oh, no. I'm sorry. You go ahead and touch the door.
Oh, yep. What happens to me, big dog?
So here's my question to you. Where is everyone?
I assume we're kind of like behind him or whatever.
How close behind them?
Sorry, guys.
It's all right. I mean,
So-
I assume we're not keeping two out of a berth unless Tia is.
No, so when you go to someone's house, and one person knows that guy, he goes up to the door. The group of people are probably going to be no more than 10 feet back. I would say anywhere from like 3 to 8 feet. That's how like split up the
Yeah,
group
that
is.
makes sense.
So you're all 3 to 8 feet behind him.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
In a straight line, so that means Irina's like way back there. No,
Nope. As much as I love Arena, not good here. As he touches the door and lifts the knocker, you watch as the clouds above the tower, even with your dark vision, you can see they begin to slowly darken and then brighten in flashes. And the
Oh,
reason
no.
that you can do this is because you recognize the crackle of lightning from up above, and as Malin pulls his hand away, it impacts the tower. Any creature outside the tower and within 10 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw. Who here is wearing armor made of metal?
Likely me. I will double check, but I'm pretty sure.
It's a good job.
Chainmail. Yep.
It's a good job that you guys lost Irina, or she would be wearing a breastplate. She is not currently.
I am
Good job.
wearing
Assuming-
leather.
Disadvantage if you're wearing metal.
Disadvantage for you, yes.
It's not pretty.
And remind
what do I
me,
need to roll?
it's a dex save. Remind me who was holding Milivoy.
I am now.
Okay.
21 for my dex. And I'm
I
wearing
got
leather.
a 9. Leather.
Irina fails. Roderick, you got a
31.
31. Okay, so
Second,
Malin,
I'm rolling that.
9.
Roderick, and Irina all fail. Tia, you succeed. Roll the d10s.
It's gonna be a lot of damage. I can hear it.
It's not too bad. Anyone who fails takes 18 points of lightning damage.
Oh, I'm still up.
Oh,
Let's go.
Tia, you take 9.
I'm
So
still
Roderick,
up 2.
9 lives.
you are holding Milivoy.
Yeah.
I'm going to say for the purposes of this, you don't take the 18, you take the 9. And the other 9 is transferred to Milivoy.
Gotcha.
Which means you feel his body convulse and then lie still.
Yeah, I start lowering him to the ground. And say, don't die on me. Come on. And I'm gonna spare the dying again.
Okay. You cast Spare the Dying. And you feel the magic leave your fingers and go towards Milivoy. And you don't feel secure that it took.
Damn, Milfoy only had 9 HP.
Milivoy had 4
Oh, he had a
HP.
8. Oh yeah, 4.
He had 4 HP.
Alright.
I rolled just above the threshold for it to kill him.
Oh.
And
I punch Malin.
Yeah, there we go.
I want to pause this. I think we have done more harm to ourselves than others at this point.
the lightning that is there is still persisting. I'm going to give you all the opportunity to dip back out because the wording on this is weird. Yeah, it just says as long as the effect persists, any creature that enters lightning for the first time turn or starts its turn there takes lightning damage. The lightning lasts for this amount of time. Cool, yeah. Okay. So you will dip out. Roderick, you punch Malin. Are you intending to do damage with this punch?
Yeah, I mean, probably, min damage. So, like, I don't know. What do you usually just do your strength for damage, right?
You do.
So 2 damage.
You still up, Malin?
Yeah, man. I'm looking rough, though. I was getting socked in the face.
Damn it! Sergius, friend was here.
That's what he said. He said a tower in the west.
What kind of
It's dead.
person leaves a trap on their door?
He did
What
have
a
a saber-toothed cat.
Okay,
that-
but doesn't mean you just trap your door. Your front
an
door,
odd-
that is.
He's an odd fellow.
Yeah, Roderick and Tia, you hear bounding around the lake the heavy footfalls of a large creature. And you go ahead and take a look over, and just on the edge of your dark vision, you can see Rictavio riding a large saber-toothed tiger. Is making his way back from the backside of the lake around. UAG, he was probably securing the area.
I don't know him.
He's going to take a minute to get around.
Oh.
And get you guys.
You said, is there still lightning coming down?
There is. Lightning is enveloping the tower.
Okay, yeah. I'm moving Milboy's body away from the danger zone.
Okay. Yeah.
And Roger just like sits on his ass next to him, just like his fist against his head, just looking defeated as ever.
Yeah. While you guys do that, you hear the as the saber-toothed tiger runs up behind the wagon and off to the side. And as Rictavio hops off, kind of puts his arms back over and down on the ground next to him, you see the body of Alarin hit the ground. As he runs up to you guys, he said, "What are you thinking? You don't just touch a tower with a magic symbol on it. I thought you knew better."
No, you failed to mention that. By the way, the guy that you just dropped off, instead of saving him, could you save that boy over there, possibly?
He kind of looks back to Alarin, and then back to you. Alright, listen. I have one ability to do this on one person. You best make the decision now, because I understand you already had a loss in your party. I was waiting to cast it on Alarin, because I understand that he is the most recent passing in your group. Now I hear that there is a third. You better
Yes,
make
the
your
tower
decision.
the tower really knocked the lad down.
I need you to be sure on this, Malin.
It's gonna be real interesting if Meyore was really gunning for Lauren to come back.
It's a good job he's not
Yeah,
here,
this
because I
is-
want this to be entirely in your guys' hands.
Oh, I'm gonna look at Roderick, and Roderick is he didn't know who the hell we were. We're sus as hell, but I mean he's been helping us. I'm just gonna put my head down and be like, Milivoy's just a boy, man. He's just a kid. So, the young lad still has plenty of life left to live. If you could do that for us.
Mind I jump in, Malin, not to interject here, but what life at this point? He was kicked out of Valaki. Where is he gonna go?
Well, he still has a chance at a long life, is what I'm getting at.
Yes. Where?
Isn't there another town, Roderick, that he could go to?
Oh, am I within earshot of all of this? I was
Yeah.
pretending I wasn't.
Yeah, you're right there.
Your intent is to kill Strahd, right?
Well, after when he finds out that I masqueraded myself as him through a town, I'm pretty sure he's going to want to try and kill me, seeing as how he beat the hell out of me for not even going to a dinner party. So, yes, I kind of don't like him or Valaki, so... And I can't leave as long as he's here, so...
Once Strahd's gone, the whole world can explore. You won't need to go back to Vlaki.
I'll look at Tia.
Bring him back.
She shrugs her shoulders. That's it.
Yeah, you watch as he looks back to Alarin. Mein Gott. Pulls up his
Before
sleeves.
you do, what type of magics are you dealing in?
Are you familiar with cleric magic?
All right.
So I believe you will be familiar with this spell scroll. And he pulls out a book. And from within it, he flicks open a couple pages and pulls out a folded piece of parchment before laying it down. Make an Arcana check for me, Roderick.
10 flat. I'm probably like distracted.
A 10. Yeah, you aren't entirely sure on this one. This is a higher level than you can cast. Spell scrolls, do they still consume material components?
I don't know. It's a good question. No.
No.
The rules lawyer has given his judgment, and
Sweet.
he says no.
So you watch as he puts down the parchment and begins reading and kind of reciting in his head. And then he kind of stops himself. By the way, do not touch that. And he points back to the wagon.
Well, it sounds like we can't touch anything in this place.
Oh, I'm
Good thing I didn't
glad.
touch the wagon.
I'm glad that you have finally come to the realizations that everything here wants to kill you. It's about time. Don't touch it. Goes back to reading.
You know, you were really nice a week ago.
I'm sorry.
I'm
It's
not- I
been a
don't say
day,
that, I
Malin.
don't say-
Yeah. The casting time on this spell is an hour. And so he does. In the time that you are outside and he is reciting this spell, what are you guys doing?
I'm there, you know, eagerly anticipating this.
Yeah, I mean, just sitting and waiting at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the hour comes up as Rictavio finishes chanting under his breath. And the whole time he kind of holds his arms out and you watch as faint wisps of magic emanate from his fingers, his eyes turning into this, like, bright white gold glow. As magic surrounds Milivoy. And towards the end of the ritual, you watch as his body begins to lift up as the spell's hold begins to take greater effect. You guys are still outside, so whoever wants to roll one, who is not Roderick, because Roderick did 2 already, can roll d20. I'm only going to give you 1 because you're not technically going
Guess
around
I'll
anywhere.
roll it. I've been rolling pretty bad.
Oh, man. The
7.
Thank God.
7.
7. Yeah. Nothing bad happens. No more encounters for you. As Milivoy's body raises and these like arcane rings begin to raise with him, encircling the body. You watch as Rictavio finishes with a swell at the end, and there is a brief of light that emerges from inside of Milvoy's chest as the body begins to float back down. Still lying there, Octavio kind of blinks his eyes and shakes his hands. Well, young boy like this should be spry in no time. And the Milvoy's still kind of lying there.
Yeah, I'll kind of get down next to him. It's all right. It's all right.
At this point, Milvoy kind of just... and Rictavio just... Alright, get up. And he just kicks him in the side of the leg. Milvoy instantly kind of like... Ugh, that was weird. Ow. He is
Thank
alive.
you, Rictavio. Thank you.
Yeah, well... This is a fight against a vampire, and you have chosen to resuscitate a boy instead of a wizard, so... I hope that it is worth it for you, Malin. Truly, I do.
You know, if there's anything I'm going to learn in this place, it's that Alar and I probably have terrible choices and decisions.
Well... His decisions that he is making... may no longer be any. That was all I had in terms of raising the dead, so... Anyway, we cannot stay out here. Tia, I believe it's your name, yes?
How do you know who I am?
Oh, you slept in
Exactly.
the room next to me. You think that the walls don't have thin barricades behind them? I heard a lot of things.
So that's eavesdropping. That's it can
Yeah,
be
it was-
considered a crime in some places.
The absent-minded eavesdropping is not even real eavesdropping, but I don't care anymore, Tia. I understand that you have some sneaky fingers. Would you please like to investigate the tower before you try and open it this time?
Sure.
This isn't your tower.
Well, it's an abandoned tower. I haven't been inside of it yet because I didn't want to trigger any of the mechanisms, but I have been watching it for a while now.
So you wait until we get here to attempt this. You didn't bother to attempt it yourself?
Oh, I told Malin to meet me at the tower about 6 hours ago. So you'll have to excuse the fact that I was out securing the perimeter. You kind of dropped by unannounced. Please.
Yes, that is my fault. When you told me to meet here, I just kind of assumed it was like a knocking situation and then entering.
What do you
It
expect
was a
to find in
shocking
there?
experience to find out that it was not the case.
Yeah, well. Tia.
What do you expect to
12.
find in there?
Oh, well. The seal is definitely magical, and considering the strength of the enchantments that just surrounded all of you, I expect this tower to be of some kind of wizard's belonging. Now, it has not been used in some time, and it is clearly destroyed, partly, so I am fairly confident that no one is home. However, you cannot underestimate a wizard.
Visit.
A wizard. A 12. Let me see. Here. Okay, well, so for starters, it's 100% trapped. 100%. You are not entirely sure of the nature of the reset of the trap. You know that it lasted for about 10 minutes. Yeah. It's only been triggered once though, so you are not sure if it can be triggered again or not. You look up at the metal circle that is posted outside the door. You take a better look at it. It's got a bunch of stick figures on it, and each one of them has differently positioned arms that are either bent up or down at the elbow or kind of sticking straight out. You aren't sure what to do with it at all.
Surely you know what these symbols on the door mean. You know, they look like people or cactuses of some variety.
No, I am pretty sure that they are people of some kind. It's a little difficult to tell. I have a
Have
few
you ever-
theories on as to what to do to this, but here is the thing. We are aware that this tower is trapped, yeah? So, if we are to do whatever we feel like we should do, and the theory is wrong, I am a little worried that another kind of trap will trigger, or the same kind of trap will trigger. So, I am wondering, currently, if it would be best to find some other form of shelter here.
Do you have a
That
place
is
in
a
mind?
great idea.
Do you all have another form of shelter? Unfortunately, my wagon is still residing in the Arisek stockyard.
I don't know. You're the one to secure the perimeter. You see anywhere?
Most of the forest around here is vacant. At least of people, but here in Barovia, there are creatures lurking around every corner, especially at night. So, it's interesting to you, Malin, talking to Rictavio. He seems to know a lot about what he's talking about, which is kind of a different impression that you got from the storytelling bard that you hung out with in Blue Water Inn.
You know, if I was level 5, I could give us a little hut to sleep in, but
Survive a long rest, and then you can.
yeah, that is going to be the challenge. Rictavia, I don't know if I ever got a chance to ask you this, but do you know a Madam Ava?
And he watches his eyebrow like instantly kind of cocks. Like, what about her?
Well, you see, she did a card reading. I guess I'm the only one left that had this done to them. And she mentioned that there would be a man with a monkey that would be friendly, and obviously we thought that it might be the toy maker because the toy maker had a monkey, and then we later learned that he bought the monkey from you after this card thing was given to me. So it was kind of a red herring. So it seems I should have been talking to you quite a bit from the start.
For what reason did I appear in this reading?
You know, that kind of fails my mind at the moment. But apparently you would be an ally against Strahd.
And Madame Ava predicted this, yeah?
Yes. Vistani seer.
I see. There is much to discuss, young Malin. Before we do so,
Shelter.
shelter is best, yeah.
Is there any way we could, like, make some form of a lean-to? Do you have any, like, big cloth objects that we could probably tie to the... I mean, as far as being enclosed for the night, I don't see that happening, but maybe we can make a makeshift tent.
Unfortunately, most of my supplies were left in my wagon. All I have left is my saber-toothed tiger.
And what's the story with that wagon?
Oh, that is a long story. You're pointing back to the one that's behind you?
Yeah, the one that he said do not touch.
That is a long story. Very long indeed, but the owner of that will come by soon, I am sure.
Very cryptic. I've got nothing as far as shelter. I don't even think I own a tent. I think I own a sleeping bag. That's about it.
So you guys have two options here.
I own a bedroll.
You can choose to camp out outside and take watches. If you choose not to light a fire, I'm going to give you all a point of exhaustion for freezing. If you choose to, the chances of you finding an encounter are going to be higher. You can try and disable the trap, which is arcane, clearly, on this tower, and try and get in.
You ever run an Arcana check on it? I don't know if I did.
I think the only one did.
You rolled an
I wanna say
investigation
melee.
check. No one rolled an Arcana check, but you can do it now if you want to.
Okay.
I am
It's going to be a
sort of-
disadvantage. But...
Yeah, I didn't roll well.
Ooh, yeah, no, that's some 8.
6.
What'd you get, Roderick?
A 5.
None of you have any idea about the nature of this magic. This is some wizard shit.
Yeah.
Look, we'll probably feel better after some sleep. Start a fire. We can't have you all manner of exhausted in the morning, so. Same with you, Milavoy. A lot was taken out of you today, I'm sure.
So where are we going to set up this camp? Might I ask?
Well, as long as nobody touches the house, should be safe on this. It's like a little plot, like a little island, I would assume. In the
Yeah, it's
lake,
like a
right?
little marshy island.
Should be safe on this little island. Anything coming from the woods would have to come across this
Causeway.
causeway. Could be creatures in the water, but either way.
So hear me out. I know we're not supposed to touch the door and the lightning might happen, but if something sees us and let's say it's a horrible shot and hits the door or the house, the lightning's not gonna go off again, is it? While we're still inside the perimeter of it.
Everyone stand 50 foot back.
We could
Okay.
give it a test if you'd like, yeah.
I'm
We all
just going to
stand back.
shoot it with a crossbow from a distance.
Okay, so you shoot it with a crossbow. No lightning.
Oh, well, that seems to be a relief.
All right, well, that's fine.
Well, okay, be alright, but if you prefer, we could camp around the back side of the tower. That way, we'll give off less light to those in the woods. And then one of us can keep watch round the side looking at the front.
So
Fair enough.
I'll point out here, this marshland island thing, not particularly big. You probably only have about 10 feet max on any side away from the tower before you're gonna hit the lake. So you're gonna have to be real
Careful.
strategic about where you put your fire and where you put your people. And hopefully you don't... Actually, no, there's a map here. It's a little bigger than that. So yeah, you might be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I think the plan is we're putting our fire right on the back side, probably pretty close to the wall of the tower. And then the people around there and whoever's on watch will stand on one of the sides of the tower so that they can see both the group and the causeway.
Okay.
That's the best I can because it is going to be dark.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
So, as you set up your camp, who's taking first watch?
I think Roderick would be extremely nervous, so I'll take it.
Okay, so I want you to roll a perception check for me, Roderick. Your first watch is 3 hours.
It's not great. But I have a +6, so 13.
Okay, 13. Here's what I need you to do for me. I need you to roll 6 d20.
Oh boy,
That's a lot.
I have 6 right here. That's convenient.
One for every 30 minutes, baby.
All right, so we got a 3,
Mm-hmm.
a 9, 15, 3, a 9, and a 20.
And a 20. Okay, the 20 is the last one. Which one was the 15?
1, 2, the third one.
So the question is, buy you on a road or in the wilderness? I'll give you the road. Okay, on the last one, I'll give you a D12 and a D8.
Oh, D8. That's a 3 total? Or did you want them separated?
No, together.
Combined. Okay. Great.
Because you rolled an encounter that you have to walk upon, nothing happens.
Okay, cool.
Who do you want to take watch next?
Malin looked pretty out of it. Milivoy's pretty out of it. Screw it. I'm gonna make Rictavio take it.
Okay. Rictavio will wake up and he will roll a perception check. His perception is pretty good. It's an 18. He's going to roll 60-20. First one's a 15. A 17. A 5. An 11. A 13. And a 5. Nothing happens on Rictavio's watch. Who wants to take the last one?
Tia can take it.
Okay, Tia, roll me a perception.
8.
Oh no.
8. And then I want you to roll for me a d20 6 times.
We'll just do this one. So 16, 6, 15,
Oh, no.
20, 8, and 2.
Roll me a d12 and a d8.
D12 and a D8. 4, 2.
For a total of 6. That is an encounter that you have to walk upon, and so you get nothing. Somehow, by the time that morning arises, you don't know exactly how it happened, because the night was filled with the howling of wolves, the constant paranoia of something in the water, or that one of you was going to touch the tower again. Somehow, when the moon goes away, nothing has happened, and you've all rested a night. So, what we're going to do is we're going to end today's episode here. When we join back up at the start of next episode, you will all be level 5. Congratulations.
We did it.
You have survived.
We did it. Yay.
Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate it. Let's keep making stories together. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye everyone.